Hello everyone and welcome back. I have a fun project today. I'm going to be making an easy loom knitted hat for my daughter. I'm going to show you I used a super bulky yarn. And I also used a loom with 36 pegs, so that will give you a hat size for between a toddler and a teen. And then if you want to make an adult hat, you can size up. If you want to make a smaller hat, you size down the loom. And what you're going to do is you're going to wrap your yarn around the starting peg. Some people like to tie it in a knot, but I don't think that's necessary. I think if you just wrap it a few times, it'll hold. Then you're going to start wrapping around each peg. Okay, and then when you get to the last peg, what you're going to do, because this is your first row, you're going to wrap it around a second time. So you're going to have 2 loops on one peg, and you're going to go in the right direction of the loom. Okay, and when you get to the last peg, you're going to take your little tool and you're going to take the bottom loop and pull it up over the top loop, and that will kind of secure the yarn, as you can see there. And then you're going to continue to keep looping around. So you can take the bottom loop and pull it up over the top loop. It's very simple and repetitive. You just keep doing the same thing over and over again. Okay, as you can see, it's very easy. All you're doing is just pulling up the loops. And that's your first row. And what you're going to do is you're just going to continue. You're going to wrap around each peg again, so you have 2 loops on each peg. And then when you get to that last one, you just pull the loop over to hold the yarn secure and just go around again. And there you can see it's starting to grow some rows to build the hat. So just keep going around. Okay, here you have, I've done about 15 or 20 rows. So with this one, we're going to make a little brim to it. So just finish here your last row and make sure you pull that yarn out to the front. And this is what it looks like so far. Just pull that loose strand, make sure it's hanging out the front. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna go, or you can, I realized that it was getting tight, so undo the starting piece of yarn and go to the bottom and find the row that matches up with the hook and take that and attach it to the pegs. And go around and do this for each one, as you can see, and that's creating the brim. Okay, so we have all of the rows attached to the pegs, and you're going to do the same thing again, except you have 3 loops on the peg, but you're going to take the bottom one and pull it over the top. You're going to do this to each peg, and this is just securing the brim. So when you've completed that, you're going to go around and loop the yarn again, and then you're going to pull up the 2 loops over, so you only have 1 loop on again, and that will complete the brim part. And then I went ahead and I did several more rows around. You can see the brim, that's what it looks like. You want to do maybe about 20 more rows to get a good length to the hat. And then after you do the last row, take the yarn and wrap it around the loom 2 times. This is going to give you enough yarn so you can start the process of taking the hat off of the loom. So when you get it wrapped around twice, you can go ahead and cut it. And then what you want to do is you're going to thread the yarn onto the needle. And you're going to go to each peg and you're going to thread the yarn through the loop. And then you're going to pull the loop off of the peg. And keep doing this in each loop. As you can see, the hat is starting to come off of the loom. Okay, now the hat is off of the loom, and what you're going to do is you're going to take the yarn and pull it to cinch the hat closed, and that will create the top of the hat. And then put the needle through the hole. You can turn it inside out and make sure it's snug, and then you're going to tie a knot. And then once it's secure, you can cut the yarn. And also you can weave in the end and cut any excess yarn from when you started. And turn the hat inside out again, and there you have it, a hat with a brim. Now this is a little extra part that's fun, little embellishment, is to make an easy pom-pom for the top of the hat. So what you do is you cut a piece of yarn about 12 inches long, and I use a large serving fork. And what I do is I just wrap the yarn around that fork several times. And I just keep wrapping it and wrapping it until it gets pretty thick. You want to wrap it a lot so it makes your pom-pom nice and fluffy. Okay, then when you're done wrapping it, cut the yarn from the skein, and then take the loose piece of yarn that you cut, and you want to thread it through the fork. And then you want to pull it up and make sure it's centered. And then pull it very tightly together and tie a knot. And then once you have that, you can take it off of the fork and take your scissors, and you're going to cut one side of the yarn and then flip it over, and then you want to thread the scissors through and cut the other side. And that's your pom-pom. And what you want to do is just fluff it up a little, make it look pretty, trim the straggly pieces of yarn off. And then you have a little easy pom-pom. Okay, so after you do that, you're still gonna have the strings, and you're gonna take those and you're gonna thread them through the top of the hat so you can tie the pom-pom onto the top of the hat. And I'll show you here. As you can see now, the strands are on the inside of the hat, and you're just going to want to tie those in a knot, and that will secure the pom-pom to the top. And there you have it, a very easy loom knitted hat with a brim and a pom-pom. I just want to say thank you for watching my tutorial, and I hope you learned something today. And if you would please leave me a comment and let me know what you think, and also subscribe to the channel so I can keep sharing these videos with you. Thank you.